What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your property practitioner, Junior Tembane, and today I have our best guest, our special guest, Dr. Abdulla Ismail, the African Regional Manager of IronFx. Welcome to such a special guest, such a special episode, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really does help with providing very successful content to you guys. So today we're just generally discussing a couple of topics, right, that go hand in hand with what this family does here in IronFX. It is a family because everyone is family to me, right? So generally we're gonna be discussing partnerships, clientele base, and certain, of course, products that they push for obviously their IB partners and stuff like that to help you enrich yourself and meet your financial goals, right? So, everyone, please accept our amazing guest today because I have a couple of rolling in the punches questions I have for him, but everything will be answered. So, first of all, I would like to talk about the global footprint and global impact that you guys have. If you can just let me know and our guests know how many offices do you have in general in the whole entire world, we can say, and then we can follow up with the African region as you may presume.
First of all, thank you, Mr. Tembane, for hosting me on your episode, and thank
Much
you
appreciated.
for the amazing introduction. And like you said, like you mentioned, that this episode will be full of lots of information that will be 100% successful, and we can use it in a very professional way in order to share our vision and share our mission in the African market, since we are talking about the African market. And we will be discussing as well lots of things when it comes to IronFX. What is IronFX? Who are the people that's behind the scenes? What is happening, and all these kind of things. So let's start first with your question, which is basically what is our global footprint and what is the thing. So let me just give you a small brief introduction about IronFX. IronFX is basically a broker that deals with the CFDs, and we've been in the industry since 2010. That means we've been available for 15 years so far right now globally. In South Africa, we've been basically established in 2014. That means we've been there for around 11 years right now. And sometimes it's a good, and it has its own taste.
Yeah.
When you've been in the same place for more than
A decade,
11 years over
Yeah.
there. This will basically reflect how IronFX put the clients in their important and in the first place.
Yeah.
That's why we are having a happy and an amazing testimonies and feedbacks from our clients. Now, IronFX has more than 150 offices all over the world. Like I mentioned earlier, that IronFX been established since like 15 to 16 years ago. So the growth is there since that time. And I'm not gonna be bragging or talking about our leading in the first top five brokers in the entire world so far. Yeah, so we're just like basically taking
That's
the things
wonderful.
here and there. Throughout the episode, of course, we will be discussing lots of information that's basically will be interesting for clients, interesting for partners, and what makes us special. That's what's the most important catch in it. Why would people basically join IronFX instead of going here and there? And we should not forget that the forex industry in South Africa particularly, and in Africa in general, has been diluted by lots of you say like brokers that opens here and there. But at the end of the day, your choice, your decision as a client or as a partner with whom to work with is depending on multiple criteria that we will talk about it during this episode.
Perfect. I love that response. You mentioned the fact that you need to join, or start working with a financial broker that has all its interest in its clients, right?
100%.
And number one, if you can establish the footprint it has, it is not one. The term I use is, I call them Instagram brokers, where you find a broker here and a broker there. Two months later, 3 months later, they closed due to certain, because you need to be registered with the FSP, NCR, and stuff like that.
That's true.
That you need to make your research. That is why it is important to speak and have these kind of conversations, because money and finance is a very kind of huge influential part of our lives, right? So you need to make the right decisions, guys. So now I just want to dive more into South Africa and the footprint we have in South Africa, right? In general, right now, how many clients would you say that we have right now in South Africa, if you could just estimate?
Well, first of all, that's an amazing question, and this will literally open to multiple collateral and secondary routes that maybe we should go there in order to make sure and enlighten the other people that are listening and that are watching us right now. What is the thing? So, number one, let's just talk about our offices in South Africa. So, like I said earlier, that IronFx has been established in South Africa since 2014, so like for almost more than a decade right now, and it's in the same place,
yes, exactly.
and region in general, and of course it's in the same place in general. Now, before we dive into this, let's basically talk about what are the major important categories or requirements that every single client and a partner should look into it before they choose, and then after that we will go and we will make a check to see what IronFx has.
That's
so
brilliant.
With that said, first of all, talking about the terminology that you stated, which is the Instagram type of business, the whole industry has been changed a lot. So with that said, the old way or the old methods that's been working and that's been basically being successful since 2017, well, basically after COVID, lots of things changed. So right now, the power or the strength of a broker is not, let's say, analyzed, or it's not determined by how many followers they have on social media, because right now you can just go and buy any type of audience that could be there. So number one, you should not look on only the social media is very important, because you need to show the people who are you, what are you doing. But if you have a solid team, a solid partners, a solid client, and of course solid trading broker, at the end of the day, you know what you're worth, and you know what you are doing. Let me just ask you a question. If you have a lot of money, or you're having a lot of business, all right, would you basically keep posting on social media, this is the money that I have, this is what money is coming into my broker? So at the end of the day, this information, I see it, that's my point of view, that this is 100% confidential. Now, if you want to know more about joining, you have lots of other ways. Number one, you can approach the broker. We have a 24/5 customer support. Number two, also you can approach us on our social media, IronFx.Africa on Instagram, IronFx Global, if you want to reach the other regions. Of course, my business Instagram, Abi.markets, and of course, our team from business development managers to account managers will be, or not will be, they already have their business social media. So you can of course approach them, or you can basically, since we are talking about this episode, they can approach you.
Yeah.
And then of course we will take care of them. So in general, this is how I see the things. Now let's talk about what are the requirements for each client or partner to look at it before they approach.
Yeah.
Number one, you should see how old is this broker.
Mm.
This broker has been established since when? I am not basically blaming or putting the people in another category, the people who are already been born as a brokers.
Yeah.
But in general, you know, even when you want to buy a certain car, you will ask what is the maintenance of this car.
Exactly.
Are you able to find the car parts?
Yeah.
You get me?
Perfect.
Is there people who fix that kind of things? What is the benefit if you buy a basically very, very cheap car and you like it? It's at the end of the day your opinion, but you had a small problem, but you couldn't do it because no one is fixing it. So the maintenance is not there. So this car will be staying in your garage and it will be a burden, not an asset. Now, if you want to translate this into brokers, so number one, how long this broker been there? What does the people say about this broker? What's the feedback from this broker? Is this broker regulated? Now, the problem over here is that people will only check if this broker is regulated. For example, in South Africa by the FSCA, which is IronFx, of course, is regulated by the FSCA. But you need to check the record of that particular company in the regulator. Are they in a good stand or are they in a bad stand? How many times we heard that people are regulated but they are suspended or their license is on hold because they did not take care. So number one is the regulation. IronFx has the top tiers multiple regulations all over the world, from FSCA in South Africa to FCA in UK to as well FSA Seychelles, as well to CISEC, which is Cybersecurity and Exchange Commission in Europe, also ASIC, which is the Australian Security and Exchange Commissions. All these regulations, if they trust this particular company, that means this company is in a good stand and they know how to do it. That's number two. So we talked about regulations, we talked about the how old is the broker. Why, maybe some people will ask why we are emphasizing on the age of the broker, because like Mr. Junior, you already mentioned that there is something that we call it Instagram brokers. We have another terminology that's called fly overnight brokers, which is a brokers that basically come for a couple of months or even a year or even 2 years, and then suddenly they fly overnight. Now, that's number two. Number three, you are a South African. Does the broker has an office in South Africa? Why I'm mentioning that? Because let's assume that you faced a certain problem as a client, as a partner, as whoever you are. Now the question, if you want to go see those people if they exist and they want to go fix your problem, you need a valid physical address.
Perfect, yeah.
This is why number three should be the valid physical address. Now, you passed all of this, all right? Now we're gonna be separating this conversation between a client and a partner, because it's totally different. All right, amazing. So if we're talking about the client at this stage, all right, you as a client, you have a very top tier regulated broker, physical address, been in the industry for a long time, regulated. Now we need to focus to see the product. You as a South African client, what are you looking for? Of course, our relevant department that is responsible for market analysis, they already came with a certain report about that. They mentioned that most of the clients in South Africa, they would like basically the minimum deposit to be low. That's why I'm gonna use the exclusivity of this episode to announce that our clients asked and we delivered. So we dropped our minimum deposit from around 1,000 rand, which is 50 US dollar, around into 184 rand, which
What?
is 10 US dollar.
Please repeat that.
All right. So, like I said earlier, since we already listen to our clients and listen to our audience, most of our clients, they were asking for us to drop the minimum deposit.
Yeah.
And because some people, they just want to learn until they will feel more comfortable and blah blah blah. So at the end of the day, we established and we dropped our minimum deposit from 50 US dollar into 10 US dollar.
Guys, when I started trading with IronFx last year, it is the minimum deposit amount was $50, right?
That's true.
You see, so you guys got exactly what you were looking for. Because at some point we do understand your concerns in terms of learning how to trade and using actual money. So, and obviously the risks involved in that, right? So, being able to, and of course, people do not afford the same because you all come from different backgrounds. And you might find that people have developed and grown this specific trading skill, but do not have, the right funds to start, funding and trading. So you now do, and you now qualify to start trading and start funding with your kind of exact amount that you would start with. Guys, that is amazing. That is so amazing. And obviously, my apologies for that one. I had to be in a training session. You guys, there's a wonderful training session happening at IronFx. I will drop down the details when the next time it's happening. So if any one of you guys want to attend it physically, you can do so. But if you want to attend it online, it will be done through live. So we will have a live episode where you can ask questions, where you can kind of give feedback and stuff like that. So you can so we can create a learning platform for you as well, right?
That's true.
Perfect.
So following up on, because we don't want to get lost to people, so we were talking about clients. So number one, you're looking for the minimum deposit. Like we mentioned that the minimum deposit is 10 US dollar right now with IronFx for the African region. All right. Of course, the T's and C's applies for other countries, but in general, this is how it goes. Number two, you need to look about basically the trading conditions. You need to talk about spreads. You need to talk about swaps. All right. This is from you as a client perspective.
Yeah.
So I am not gonna talk about our spreads and swaps. I will let the audience basically now go and check our spreads and swaps compared to other brokers. That's number two. Number three, you like when you want to deposit, you need your deposit to be processed. That's why we process it instantly. Now, talking about the major important thing, which is the withdrawal, the process of our withdrawals.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the process of our withdrawals basically ranging from half an hour to 24 hours, depending if it was during the week or weekend or depending on other factors.
Holidays,
100%, or it's a bank holiday or whatever. But from our side, this is the processing. Now, once we process it from our side, that means it will be automatically, it's approved from our side. That means it's just a matter of time to land in your, let's say, bank account. But there are lots of other methods that will land fast, such as if you use crypto, it will land faster. If you use a local banking in South Africa, it will land faster. So all of this is basically depending how you will be able to receive your funds, but your funds will be approved within 30 minutes to 24 hours.
That's amazing.
All right. This is when we're talking about the clients. So we mentioned the regulations. We mentioned the age of the broker. We mentioned as well the physical office presence. We mentioned the minimum deposit and the fast processing. We mentioned as well the fast withdrawals. Now, you should also know that IronFx has no hidden fees. Some other, let's say, companies or let's say businesses, if you want to use the proper word for it, they will tell you this is the X amount. If you deposit $10, you will get whatever. But then once you will process, you put your $10, you will find out that it received $8. Why? Because there is a hidden fees, which is the payment solutions and all these kind of fees, where at IronFx, we as a broker, we handle this. Of course, We are not gonna talk about the common things such as the negative balance protection, which is if people will basically lose their money or lose their potential capital over there. At the end of the day, when they will come back again to redeposit, they are not gonna be in debt. It will be automatically switched to zero.
Okay.
You know, this is common, so it's not something particular, but there are lots of brokers that they basically maybe they are not
True.
they are not doing it. So this is what we can go in brief, what is needed from the client side to look at. Now, does IronFx has that? Absolutely yes. This is when it comes to clients, and that's why. Now, let's assume that the client heard about trading and they know nothing about trading. All right. So we are not gonna send our clients to the beach or to the sea to swim when they don't know how to swim.
Exactly.
So in that case, we offer an amazing educational program that is for free.
You heard that, right?
It is for free. An education program that is for free. Now, if you want to take this to further, we has established on our website and basically within the company a room that's called VIP room. VIP room, for example, it's a room where basically you will be it's like a closed group of let's say top traders all over the world, and of course top analysis and analysts that they are over there. All right. This, for example, it requires you to deposit a certain amount of money. Why? It is just because to make sure to show us, for example, or to show whoever is providing you. For example, let me put it in this way. When you go to learn at school, there is a fees.
Yeah.
All right. Now with IronFx, there is no fees.
There is no fees.
So the thing is, it's just to show us that you are serious about it. So with that said, there are different strategy. Also, there are different levels.
Yeah.
So there's $250, $500, $1,000, $5,000. But because again, you guys, you asked and we will deliver. We are having basically from March until May a 50% discount on every single VIP room access. So instead of you depositing $250 to get the education from our top analyst, again guys, there are two ways to get the education. There's the free education, which is you don't know to have anything, you don't need to have anything except register, get your account verified and learn. Then the second one, which is register, get your account verified, and then basically start asking questions. Now look at this, the
second one.
The second part, which is amazing. Even when you will deposit $250, which is discounted to $125, the more you ask questions in that group, the more you interact, you will be able to have something that's called points, XP points. The more XP points, the more you will receive prizes.
What kind of prizes are we
So
looking
this
at?
ranges basically from from iPhones to Apple Watch to even trading books to even have a certain time getting information, because inside that group there are lots of information, and the most important, the person who is providing this information is a licensed analyst. And it's so it's not coming from someone who trades, because this is our image.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this is when it comes to the clients. So all these features as a client to learn and to do the things. You know, why basically would you go for another option if you have all these options available in one house, in one place? All right. So also added to that, we are hosting at our office, because we already last week we opened our training and the trading floor at our offices here in Catherine and West in Santon at the 5th floor, suite 38. So we as well host physical and let's say offline and online type of training and trading sessions. So for example, if the partners wants to come to our office to educate his clients, they are more than happy. They just need to reserve the room and they will go for it at no charge, of course. And for example, if we will be hosting a certain training session for our clients and our partners, we will do it in the same place. Now, this takes us to the next step, which is partners. And allow me to use the word partners over here, because or basically me personally, I do not believe in if you call someone an IB or an affiliate or no. Whenever this particular person wants to collaborate with a broker, he or she is a partner. So our vision at IronFx, we do believe that it is not only every time whenever we will do collaboration with our partners, our call, it should be how many deposits you have, where's the deposit you do, where is the money, no. This doesn't go this way. All right. In order for you to make sure that you made an investment in people, you need to make sure that you are educating your partners how to do business. These partners are coming from different backgrounds. Somebody will be working in business, some other person will be teacher, some other person will be in real estate, some other people. That's it. So at the end of the day, you cannot expectation is wrong. You should not speculate or expect basically that, or assume that your partners knows everything and his job is to only bring money. No, I need to provide education. Show that particular person how they are able to make potential profits from collaborating with us.
Guys, this is one of the key. So when we talk about key differentiator in terms of tools or kind of support you get as an IB or as a partner of IronFx, this is exactly what we're talking about here. Thank you so much for that response. Please add on to that, because I love what I'm hearing right
All right. So basically, and this is something that I do believe in personally, and I'm not gonna talk too much about myself, but I'm a person that leads by example. All right, and I have zero tolerance for toxicity and zero tolerance for any let's call it unprofessional acts, whether we're dealing with my partners or dealing with my team. So at the end of the day, in order for me to be leading by example, I need to put myself in the shoes of the partners and in the shoes of the client. If we don't put ourselves in their position, all right, we won't be able to understand what they are looking for.
No, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
So this is basically one part of the thing. So now, for us, each single company or business on earth, or in this industry particularly, has their own way of how to promote, how to do business. All right. Now, let me ask you a question. You as a partner, if you want to come to a broker, what would you be looking for?
Number one is growth, obviously.
100%.
And I want to grow as a businessman, and I want to grow in the corporation. Obviously, I want to grow in IronFx, and I want to grow in that outside world as junior, of course. Growth, that's a key word.
All right. So we have, and basically I'm not going to talk about myself, but I have the educational background in order for me to support businesses how to make a growth and how to grow themselves. At this stage, we are offering this service to our partners. We will put a plan for them, what they are supposed to look for when they're looking for clients, what they should post on social media, what do they have to talk about it, how the implementation of this plan. So we put the plan for them, and of course this is a suggestion. Then they will see if their suggestions, and like 99% it matches their way of growing. That's number one. So added to that, to the education that we offer to our partners by hosting them as well, physical and non-physical, that means offline and online training sessions, and I do this personally. Me personally, I have the meetings and I hold the sessions to educate the people and educate particularly the partners. Now, number two, we need to talk about the product in general. So here in this episode, we are not going to basically discuss how much we pay, what we do, blah blah blah, all these kind of things. Why I'm saying that? Because every single partner has his or her way of handling business, and that's why this is so much. This is a lot of so important. All right. At that stage, when we have our first meeting with the partner and we see what exactly they are looking for, we do not use one size fits all.
Then you have a tailored.
Of course, we do a tailored offers and a tailored customized deal to fit every single stage of that particular partner. This partner could be right now a beginner, but in a 1 year time he's gonna be maybe professional. So whatever was already okay with him or her at the beginning, it won't be okay with him or her at the end. Now, added to that, let me just mention that every single partner's contract or partner's agreement or partner's deal or offer is tailored and customized to fit the needs of the database or to fit the needs of the audience of that particular partner. Now, of course, we're not gonna mention that in the first stage we will reassess, we see if our plan is working properly. Then in the second 2 weeks we will be looking forward how to grow, and at the end of the day we will assist as well our partners when it comes to marketing, when the business rolls. You are right now a partner, you are not an employee. We need to find a common ground to meet the needs of the clients, because both of us, we put the priority clients.
Exactly.
Now, let me just use it as a call for any partner who is in this industry or interested to know more and interested basically to get a tailored customized deal that fits them. Please guys, don't hesitate to either contact a junior or come to our office or even call us or even message us on chat 24/5, and we will get instantly or immediately as soon as possible to have a meeting and of course to offer you what is needed. So right now, let's have a recap. You are having a broker that takes care of clients and takes care of the partners, all right? And the trading conditions, I'm not gonna talk about it. You need to go and try that. Not research. They need to try
it out.
Yeah,
sign up and try it out.
Try it out. So at the end of the day, we are talking about $10. You understand? So learn what you have to learn from our educational programs, or if your partner, the person who introduced you to this broker, basically is offering mentorship. So at the end of the day, that's why we also in the criteria of selecting. So let me just put it this way. Maybe may sound different, but we at IronFx, it is not just we want to onboard clients and we want to onboard partners. No, we want to make sure that, for example, our partners is aligning with our vision and aligning with our mission. Because at the end of the day, this is not a partnership that's gonna end in 2 or 3 months. This is minimum that's gonna go for 2 to 5 years. So at that stage, this is a long term. Most of my or our in general partners, they've been with us for a good time. So it's like once you pop, you can't stop. So in order, guys, to know more about the partner programs that we offer, just hit the button down there, register, and we will make sure that we will contact you ASAP.
Perfect, guys. As you have heard from him, I will leave the link obviously to register and start trading with IronFx, right? As you have heard, the minimum amount to deposit now is $10, guys. You guys have asked and now you have received what you've been asking for quite some time. I'm sure many of you guys are excited, and I'm sure for many of you guys that have started trading with IronFx, you guys Like, why are they only doing it now? Okay, guys, you guys have been asking for some time, and now you've got it. That's the important part, right? And of course, there's many more opportunities and more programs that have been opened to even help accommodate
That's true.
everyone, including you traders that have been trading with us for such a long time. You understand? And now you even have obviously the chance to become a partner to such a prestigious institution, and of course with the right tools, and of course with the right backup and assistance. Guys, I can testify for you, myself, right? As you know, I'm a business podcaster working with IronFx and stuff like that. Guys, I have not worked with any company out there that has backed and supported me the way IronFx does, right? So and I would like to thank you for
You're
that
welcome.
very much. So guys, click that link down below to start signing up and start trading. And of course, to attend online classes or attend training sessions, that is done both virtually and physically, as you have heard, right? And of course, if you want to come through and of course attend those classes physically, the address is well known. You can even Google the address right now, it appears, right? Because it's for you guys to see, right? We're at the Catherine West in Senton City, right? Floor number 5, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
the 5th.
on the 5th floor.
So basically, just for the segment, I
Mhm.
would like to, let's say, use or announce something, because this is I've heard it a lot through my meetings with lots of partners and lots of clients. Guys, you should basically be aware, and this mentality we should work on it in general for the peers.
Yeah.
That, for example, trading with IronFX or depositing with IronFX, this does not mean, guys, that this money that you already deposited, you're going to lose it. As long as you didn't trade with it, it's still there. So it is basically like transferring from whatever account you have into your trading account, and the money is there until you feel, yeah, I'm ready to do the things and I'm ready to start trading. So this money that you will deposit, you can take it at any time, guys. And like we mentioned earlier, it's from 30 minutes to 24 hours. So at the end of the day, just to make it clear, that if you deposit and you are learning, nobody will oblige you to put your capital at risk. You can at any time take this funds back, and that's because it belongs to you. And like I said, that we handle the fees, so at the end of the day, there is no hidden fees. All the fees are applicable there, and you can see them. So this is let's say a general view of IronFX when it comes to partners and when it comes to clients.
Perfect. I have one last question, right, for my clients here who would like to sign up right now and deposit. Do we have deposit bonuses when you deposit, maybe the first time, or when you deposit and start trading? Do we have those?
So with that said, we're gonna divide the question into 2 parts. Do we have a bonus, and do we have another tools that will help the beginners or even the professionals? Of course. So number 1, guys, we basically have 3 types of bonuses. We have the 20%, 40%, and the 100% sharing bonus. The first 2 bonuses are basically tradable bonus. This means that it will basically help you a lot. The sharing bonus is basically the last one, which is 100% deposit bonus. That means whatever you will deposit, you will get the exact amount of it too, as in forms of equity. Now, this is when we talk about bonuses. Now let's assume that you have a beginner trader or basically an intermediary trader. We have our own, not our own, basically it is the most important tool in trading, which is copy trading. We have our copy trading system. This copy trading system, if you are still learning and you don't want basically to wait that much, with IronFX copy trading tool, you would be able to have an access to our global top traders in the world, not only in Africa. And if you liked their way of trading, all what you have to do is you need to copy their traits.
Wonderful.
So imagine if you were basically a strategy provider as a partner with us. So of course, added to whatever deal or offer the broker is giving you, you will have an additional source that if the people connects their trading accounts as a strategy followers, let's say not connect, but if they become a strategy follower to your strategy, this is also an additional let's say pipeline that you can generate potential capital
with. Yeah,
yes.
That's perfect, because I wanted to ask what's on the trader's behalf, right? Yeah, you just answered me. So you also get capital for all these people that are out there following your trades and how you execute your successful trades. So
it is not that they will get capital, is that they will be, for example, if you are a client that you started right now trading, you are learning, you have a certain capital that you don't want to lose it, or you don't want to play
risk,
to risk it at the end of the day. So add it to our education, add it to our seminars, add it to our training floors, physical, non-physical. There is the copy trading. This is basically, it is not us, it is the top traders all over the world. You can go check their history, see what's the successful rate, success rate of that particular people, and then all what you have to do is you said, I want to follow this guy. So in that case, you follow and you start basically following whatever or copying. That's why it's called copy trade, because you're copying the strategy of the provider. Now let's assume that you didn't like it. There is no hustle. You just disconnect yourself. End of discussion. So at the end of the day, we are offering you education system. We are offering you the first grease of the wheels of the tire. We're just greasing it until you will learn. And of course, we dropped our minimum deposit. So right now, the capital that you will be basically putting at risk, because let's just put a disclaimer that trading is not or it's unsafe. When we say it's unsafe, that means your capital is unsafe. The capital is at risk. So that's why, guys, make sure that whatever you want to do to trade with, make sure that you are able to handle if losses occurred. That's why, from that particular idea and that particular vision of IronFX, we dropped our minimum deposit to $10 to let the people, everyone, see what they learned so far. You get me?
That's
so
beautiful.
we just limited the amount that they will start with, and they will put it, for example, at risk, because we need to be so frankly honest. That's a market.
And it behaves, unpredictably.
So that's why, and we need to make this disclaimer that the people should be aware of the risks involved in the trading. Alright, that's why we make sure that we offer you with the education, we offer you with the methods, we offer you with the mentors, such as in the form of partners, because we select our partners like specifically that they will fit in our vision. Because at the end of the day, everyone that will be, so this may take the episode to another level. Maybe on another segment or on another episode we will discuss that why we choose our partners wisely and professionally.
And how do you select?
Of course, because at the end of the day, some people that they just basically wants to partner up, violate terms and conditions, try to get, for example, certain amount of money, and then they disappear. It happened a lot. So that's why we have basically a certain criteria and a certain requirements that the partner should provide to the table, because once they provide whatever they have as any criteria, we will open the doors of growth to them. Like I mentioned earlier, we are not here to use our partners. Those partners are partners, like business partners. So we need to basically assist them to grow their brand. That if we don't, both of us agree on a focal point that this will be for the the benefit of the clients and the benefit of the business.
Oh.
So at the end of the day, we were having a problem. We have a principal mistakes.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. That is wonderful to
Thank you.
have someone work. You see, this includes the real estate business as well. When you work against your client's interests just to secure a deal, it is crazy. But from my perspective and how I learned to do things is, whatever I do for a client is for the client's interest and for the client's growth, because the client's growth is how they represent me as a salesperson. So if I've sold you a specific property and it has helped you reinvest and gather maybe exponential revenues, that would feel good on my side, because I've helped you achieve that specific dream. It's the same as my partnership with IronFx, giving you the best insight, giving you the best knowledge in terms of trading and actually what you're signing up for. And then if you make that decision to sign with the best trading broker in actually the world, for me, I'm sorry guys, it's
Thank you for that.
yeah, I think in the world for me. So I'm happy with that, right? As long as you guys are making money, as long as you guys are making a way forward with your lives, and as long as you guys are executing successful trades, I'm happy with that, guys. No, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you would like to add or speak on before we close the show?
So basically, I'm just happy with whatever we discussed, because we don't want to make it very long on the people. We just wanted to make sure that they are aware where they are trading, and also we need to make sure that they are aware about the security of the funds, about the payment solutions and the payment methods. We have a large variety of payment solutions and payment methods. Of course, the most important thing in choosing a broker is to make sure that this broker is aligning with your business plans.
And your needs as well.
Exactly. So that's why let's use it as a ending phrase. Let's put this as a call for all the partners and all the clients, that they share the same mentality with us, which is basically the growth and let's say moving forward in business. Let's call this a call for them to contact us via either the link in the bio or the link down, and we will make sure to contact them all through our customer support or through our social media on Instagram, Facebook, even LinkedIn, and even on my business social media. You can contact me.
Do you have a website?
I don't have a website. I have basically my social media pages on Instagram. Like I mentioned earlier, it's Abi.markets. That's my Instagram. And also, don't forget to as well follow IronFx.Africa on Instagram to stay tuned for everything. Lastly, I would like to appreciate you hosting me, and also I would like to let everyone knows that we are here to help our partners growth, because when our partners grow, our clients thrive.
Wonderful. Wonderful and beautifully said, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for taking your time. I don't want to take it much more further, so please like, comment, share and subscribe. I will leave Dr. Abi's details down. I will also leave his social media pages if you'd like to follow that, and if you'd like to follow IronFx and see exactly because obviously they have specific posts that update you as clients and partners. So for you to stay updated, you need to follow that as well.
100%.
And of course, you need to obviously like and subscribe this channel for more information and more that's coming for you. And the next training session or the next trading session will be live, guys. So please do not forget to tune in. I will leave the details on the next episode, maybe after this one. So please click this link right now and start trading as soon as possible. Solid trading, IronFx Africa, guys. Here we come.
See you guys.